order to put attention on something, it has to be something and not something else. I mean, sometimes people think that they could be aware or put attention on space, for example, but I propose that you can't. You could put attention on your hand, maybe by looking at it, maybe by even with your eyes closed, you could put attention on hand. And how would you do that? Well, probably by feeling, maybe. So you could notice that in order to put your attention there, you are focusing on something that has a boundary. At least it seems like it has a boundary. Your idea of it has a boundary. Because in order to put attention on it, there's a boundary. If you're putting attention on hand, then you are excluding from that whatever is not hand. Hope that you're actually doing this. So I'm saying hand. If you're not focusing on hand, then focus on something else. But put your attention on hand or whatever else it is. I'm going to say hand. And notice that to put attention on hand, you're not putting attention on whatever is not hand. And notice that putting attention on hand involves your senses. So you might be noticing visually what you would consider to be hand. And then you're distinguishing that from what is not hand visually, right? So there's hand and then not hand visually. And if there was no not hand visually, could you see your hand? You can say no, because you couldn't. If there was no not hand, then there would only be this infinite homogeneous field of what? What could we say about it? Couldn't say hand or not hand, because they'd have to be not hand in order for there to be a hand. So visually, when you put attention on hand, you're distinguishing it from what is visually not hand. So there's a boundary there. Now, you could do the same with feeling. So you close your eyes and you could put your attention on hand. I suppose choose one. So right hand or left hand, and put your attention on that and notice how you're doing that. So most likely there's feeling, right? So there's some sensation that you call hand. And you recognize that as hand because it's in contrast with what is not hand. There's a hand and not hand. If there was no not hand, there would be no hand. Somebody says, I recall the image that I just saw. Yeah, so some people will do that. I was going to mention that, but it seemed like it would be unnecessarily complicated. But since you bring it up, yes, absolutely. Some people will definitely do that. And that's fine. Whatever you do is fine. It's amazing that you can type so well with your eyes closed. So we could go through this. I mean, I suppose some people would smell their hand and taste their hand. I don't know, that'd be odd. Not that it is impossible, but for most people, it's probably seeing or feeling are the primary ways that they would put attention on hand. Now, look at your hand again and notice there's hand and not hand. And then see if you can find the exact boundary between hand and not hand. So can you find the exact boundary? Exactly. Exactly. Not just the thought of it. Can you really find it? Can you find exactly where it is? Where exactly is that? And if you tell me that you can, I don't believe you. Nobody has said that so far. But so if you say that you can, look again. Because much more likely is that if you're really looking, then at a certain point, probably you're going to start to get fatigued because you just won't be able to do it. Because the whole thing is made up. It's all made up.